In this episode, I practice some MotoJitsu, watch for deer, and see a billboard. Ever since I got my motorcycle, I've found the MotoJitsu channel on YouTube an invaluable resource for learning important riding skills. At the beginning of almost every ride, I try to start out with some practice drills that can be found in the MotoJitsu Master Riding Program book. I'll leave a link in the description below. I find that this practice gives me a lot more confidence before my rides, especially since I haven't been able to ride as frequently as I'd like to lately. After doing some level 4 parking space drills, it was time to do the spin cycle of death. Okay, that's not actually what they call it in the book, and as you can probably hear, I definitely need to work at being smoother on the throttle as I make these turns. After going in circles, I practiced some emergency braking. I usually ride at 25 to 30 miles an hour in third gear. This allows me to practice downshifting as I brake. Once the bike is stopped, you then get back on the gas. This drill is simulating a situation where you have to perform an emergency stop, but then quickly get out of the way so as not to be hit from behind. After practicing for a while, it was time to take a relaxing ride. If you take 395 south of Reno, you can take a loop around Washoe Lake. This ride runs along the Carson Range of the Sierra Nevada Mountains, which makes for some really pretty scenery. This route is mostly straight roads with lower speed limits, so it's very new rider friendly. In fact, a friend of mine took me on this route when I first got my motorcycle. There's also a cool park over here that has an amazing mountain backdrop. Time to get back to the ride. Or maybe not. I forgot you can't get out this way. Okay, now back to the ride. I enjoy this ride a lot because this area reminds me of places in northern New Mexico where I grew up. The road is slightly windy through here, but since the speed limits are slow, it's not as intimidating if you're a new rider. You do want to watch for wildlife around here though, especially deer, because as we all know, Bambi can be dangerous, especially on a motorcycle. There's almost always deer or antelope out in this field, and today was no exception. Fortunately, none of them were out in the road. I was amazed though at how many there were in this field. love how amazing the sky looks out here. Well, time to head back to town. I wasn't sure if this truck was going to pull out, so I figured I'd give myself some extra space, and if nothing else, make sure that he saw me. If you have dirty water, apparently these guys can fix it. This was my first ride since my crash at Thunderhill Raceway. Now that it's cleaned up a little, you can see some of the damage a little more clearly. Some of the fairings are cracked, the frame slider is bent. I already replaced the shift lever, and in my next video, I'll do a quick review of the aftermarket fairings that I purchased, how the installation went, and how Toothless looks now. See you in the next episode.